So first of all, I would like to point out that I don't have any charges against me at this moment, nor do I anticipate any. I'm never going to go to the psych ward again because I understand how to keep them from lying about me. And my last diagnosis was that perhaps it was marijuana and that there was no mental disorder at all. That marijuana was causing me to act abnormally. Ironically, what I've been saying for about 20 plus years, it took psychiatrists 20 plus years to come to that conclusion. So when I discuss going to the psych ward in the past, it truly is not in my best interest. None of this is in my best interest. There's no way that I can personally benefit. As a society, including me, yes, I can benefit, but not just personally, rather, not just personally me. So, with that being said, psychiatrists are disproportionately sex offenders, and prescription pills are the leading cause of death in many places. Now, if you were to Google this, it would be very hard for you to find at least the psychiatrists and sex offenders, being disproportionately sex offenders part, because they bury it. I actually had to find a valid source on a website that most people wouldn't consider a valid source and trace their source to realize this universal and irrefutable truth. And then I started thinking about it. Because personally, with all the psychiatrists I've looked into my research and the ones I've been to, I'd say about maybe as much as a quarter or a fifth of them were attractive women. And I highly doubt those attractive women were the sex offenders. So when you break it down, either you have a bunch of airhead attractive women who don't know what they're talking about, who probably use their pussy power to get the job and to have people help them out with their homework and studies and whatnot. Or you have males who are extremely likely to be sex offenders. Either way, it is just as disconcerting as the fact that law enforcement either knows that they prostitute themselves in intelligence agencies in order to get information, or they are ignorant enough and lack foresight and perception to where they do not anticipate that. Either way, they are unfit for service as a law enforcement professional, quote unquote, because either they are corrupt and evil and sick and hookers and prostitutes and streetwalkers and so on, or they lack basic insight. They're ignorant. They lack perception. Either way, they lack objectivity when you think about it. So let's also not forget that psychiatrists have a working relationship with law enforcement. And this is why they are able to shake the raps. They are able to avoid convictions. But all the most relevant studies show that psychiatrists are disproportionately sex offenders. And keep in mind, they will go out of their way to try to cover up these things, including falsifying evidence, fabricating studies, and setting the variables up in studies to give them favorable results that are in their favor. Like Bob Marley said, don't let them rearrange you. Don't let them rearrange you or the studies and convince you that what isn't the case actually is. So what we have is a bunch of racist, secret society, corrupt cops, from a sociological view and a common sense view. A bunch of airheads and a bunch of, racists in psychiatry. And a bunch of sex offenders in psychiatry. Well, they're scientific racists as well. So why does society put up with it, you might ask? I personally do not know. I know that we have a potential to go after these people, to, go after them, their profession, and to also single them out. So the best answer I can give you is most people in society aren't like me. And society would benefit greatly if people were more like me. If we gave up the technology and all the nonsense, and people lived a very simple life, contributing where they felt comfortable and growing their own food, and very simple, the planet would benefit, society would benefit. Instead, we have a bunch of Luciferian type of people and people who play stupid. You know, and they're lost. So, you know, you'll see some clips in this video that are very angry, or at least one clip, depending on how I compile it. And remember, whenever I have a martial arts display or display of being a warrior, I will be angry. This, you can consider it theatrics if you want. You can call it artistic expression, but either way, it is 100% acceptable. And anyone who would use these things as an example is being intellectually dishonest, disingenuous, and very petty and cowardly, which is exactly what you would expect from coward police, cowards in law enforcement, cowards in mental health. These are the sissies. These are weaklings who hide behind big, burly men in psych wards and feel tough while they force medicate people and take advantage of them sexually in many cases. So absolutely, you know, tell everybody that when you send your child to a psychiatrist, you are either sending them to a ditzy airhead or someone who is almost certainly a sex offender. Because if psychiatrists as a whole are sex offenders, and many of them are attractive women who probably don't sexually violate anyone, what is then left? A ditzy woman who used her pussy power to get the job, almost certainly, or a sex offender, almost certainly. And some of them are gay. So whether we're talking about dyke psychologists or satanic psychologists, new age psychologists, petty scientific, pseudoscientific rather psychologists, you know, mental health is full of complete unscrupulous, turn a blind eye type of slime. They are very undesirable in a free and open society. They are poisonous slime in a free and open society. Now, unless you want a secret society, country, unless you want a secret government country, unless you want people who hide behind secret societies and make secret oaths and take secret oaths, you know, to your downfall, then you would see it my way. That if there's going to be eugenics done in society, it should be done against the people who are in secret societies, the people who pretend to help other people and prey on the vulnerable, such as psychiatrists, law enforcement agents, which is like, you know, law enforcement is a trap that attracts all the most unscrupulous, cowardly, and ignorant people who want to feel powerful and want to feel empowered. So we should look at this and say, we have set a snake trap. We have set a rat trap. And everything in it is almost certainly a rat. It's time to exterminate them. They have shown their true colors. We've set out the bait and the attractant, if you will, and they were attracted to it, and they took the bait. These are the people who need to go. Them and the politicians. In a free, fair, and open society. But if you just want to concede their point that we're better off in a criminal society that pushes Luciferian doctrine and is fake as can be, selfish as can be, and supports and props up sex offenders, well then, I guess I'm wasting my time. Thank you. I am the top martial artist in America and the greatest warrior among the Templar descendants. Of all the descendants of the Templars, I am the greatest warrior. I am the closest to God. And I demand you all stop sneaking around like women on behalf of the devil. All secret societies are scum. So saith the top martial artist. And logically, if anyone is God's representative on earth, it is me. I am uncontrolled opposition. I stand for God, not the whore of a church that went astray. Not sniveling, effeminate secret societies. I am a great warrior. You are all ninny-ass sissies. You don't know what it means to be a Christian And I don't want to hear any crying about whose symbol is whose. As far as I'm concerned, you're a bunch of pale cowards who stole the Ankh symbol from my ancestors. It was with Africans first. So all you white racists who don't like it, you can shut the fuck up. All you ninnies who aren't related to the Templars, who sabotaged my equipment in the mail, you can all shut the fuck up. This is the countless time you have sabotaged my weapons. You are cowards. You are doing it in the vain hope that if you ever have to confront me, that my weapons will fail me. You are weaklings. You are cowards. I am a true warrior of God. You are pussies. If you don't like it, we can fight to the death with fucking daggers or hunting knives, showing who is the greatest warrior with modern weapons. But you're pussy-ass sissies who aren't willing to do that, so shut the fuck up. God chose me, not any of you. And if you do not follow me, then you are following a bunch of cowardly wolves to hell. You are pussies like the Fabian Society. You are weaklings. You are spiritual bottom feeders, satanic criminals. You are following a bunch of bisexual, Baphomet-worshipping, atheistic Satanists who are the worst criminals, racist eugenics, cis, and fucking racist. You are weaklings. I don't want to hear anything from any of you bitches. God chose me. The ancient Egyptians were mixed like I am. I am the descendant of fucking Templars. You are cowards who wish that you were me. You are shrivel-dicked old fucking ninnies, chicken-neck cowards. I want to hear no bitch shit. I ain't with the bitch shit. I am a true warrior of God. You are fucking ninnies. I'm a true man of principle. You are fucking traitors. You are serpents. You are heathens. That's why you put little demonic fucking symbols on weapons such as this one here. Because you don't want to understand what it means to be a man of God, to be a Christian warrior, to be a fucking transcendent hero. You don't understand none of it. And I'm sick of your cowardice. You're pussies. I'm fucking Heru. And this is a martial art demonstration so I can raise my voice for all you ninnies who thought that your provocations have paid off. No, I've shown you quite well. When I am doing my fucking explanations and exclamations of warrior fucking spirit, of being a warrior in martial art demonstrations, I can raise my voice. When I'm talking about being a great warrior, and that's the purpose of the video, I can raise my voice. In fact, I can raise my voice no matter what, but I'm making a fucking point that you have no point, and that victory comes at the end of my point. When I have made my point fucking clearly and concisely, you sniveling weaklings, what is left but your defeat? You're a bunch of pussies, a bunch of cowards, and I'm Heru. Don't you forget it. I'm sick of your cowardice. I demand all of you pussies stop doing what you're doing in the name of the Lord, whose spirit I have manifested, while you all have manifested the spirit of treachery, cowardice, and trickery. I'm the fucking truth. You pussies.